Hey guys, welcome to another video on the channel, and today I'll be doing a Premier League predictions Matchday 15. Matchday 15. And before I get into the video, I see that 82.1% of people are not subscribed to the channel. So it'd be much appreciated from me if you guys could go down in the comments or go down to the subscribe button and click subscribe and turn the bell notifications on. We are currently on 95 subscribers. It'd be so nice if we could get to 100 by the end of 2024. It would be really good for me because I've only been doing this for a couple of months. But thank you if you could. But let's get into the video. So first up, we do have Everton versus Liverpool, and Everton are going to be massive underdogs in this one, but I think Everton can get the job done. They have the capabilities of beating Liverpool like they did last year when they won 2-0 against Liverpool to kill Klopp's final, hopes of winning the title last season. But I think Liverpool, they're a bit better this year compared to what they were last year. They're playing teams off the park. They're coming back from they're coming back from leads. They're coming back from games and just showing that that they are gonna be heavy favourites to win the Premier League. And yeah, so Everton, I think, will lose this one, and I think Liverpool win 2-0. I think Salah's going to be on the score sheet. But I think it's going to be an Arne Slot masterclass. I think he'll start off the game a little bit shaky, and then Liverpool will gradually get into it, and I think they'll win 2-0. Even though they're without McAllister, I still think they'll get the job done. Next up, we do have Brentford versus Newcastle, and Brentford are probably... Well, where's Brentford? They are 11th in the table. Their last game was against Aston Villa, where they lost 3-1 away from home. That's a bit tough. Aston Villa are trying to get to play into form. But Newcastle came off an impressive draw against Liverpool 3-3. Took Fabian Schär in the final minute to secure a draw for the Geordies. And yeah, I think I expect more of the same from Newcastle. I think what a goal from Isak. I think he'll be on the score sheet again for Newcastle. And yeah, I think that Newcastle will get the job done here. 2-1. I think it'll be a scrappy game. It'll be both teams. I'll have a couple of chances here and there, but I think that Newcastle will have the job done here at Brentford and get the win. Next up, we do have Aston Villa taking on Southampton. Aston Villa have just gone on and won a game after 8 or 9 games, having not got a win in 8 or 9 games, and yeah, I think Southampton, they are just pathetic. I cannot, as a Chelsea supporter, watching that last game, they were absolutely pathetic playing out from the back. That second goal for Nkunku, oh my god. And I just think they're making too many mistakes. And I even heard that Rory Jennings was saying that they could break the record for the lowest points tally ever in the Premier League, which is 11. And they're currently on 5 points. I think it's going to be a long one for Southampton, and I think Villa will win 4-0. I think they've played themselves back to form. Watkins scored, Rodgers scored. They're all... I think they're just clicking into gear. Villa, and yeah, I think Villa might get another win. They're currently in 8th spot. Southampton are dead last. It's gonna be a long struggle for Southampton, especially if they can't win a game. They probably do need to win this one, but I can't see it. I just can't see it at the moment. I don't even know who they're gonna be at the moment. Southampton. And I think that they will go away with a 4-0 win. Next up, we do have Crystal Palace taking on Man City. And Crystal Palace and Man City came off wins last week. Man City are currently in 4th position, and Crystal Palace are currently in 17th position. But I think this one will be closer than what the table suggests. I think Crystal Palace, they won 1-0 over Ipswich. I know Ipswich aren't much better than Crystal Palace, but it'll give him a little bit more confidence going into this one with Mateta scoring, as I get an assist. Yeah, I think they're coming up against an absolute mountain of Man City. I know Man City they've lost 7 out of it, or like haven't won in 7 out of their last 8, but I still think that Man City will come out and win this one because it's just the powerhouse of Man City. They always seem to get the job done whenever times are tough. They can always rely on that one person, and they got that back into form against Nottingham Forest at home, which I think Nottingham Forest are a very good team. They can absolutely pluck a result out of nowhere. Sometimes Man City. I think without Rodri, they'll still win this one. I think Man City will win this 3-1. I think they'll have a little bit more quality than Crystal Palace. I think Palace might start off the game quite well, start off fast, but I think that Crystal Palace will lose and Man City will win. Maybe Haaland gets to the score sheet and De Bruyne. De Bruyne's just coming back. He's going to be a threat for Man City. And yeah, I think Man City will win 3-1. Next up, we have Manchester United taking on Nottingham Forest. I think that Nottingham Forest could pull out a result. They're currently in 7th spot. And then they come up against the Manchester United side that just lost to Arsenal 2-0 off 2 set pieces. And are currently in 13th with 5 wins, 4 draws, and 5 losses. Like that, Manchester United, you need to start picking up your form. I think at home, though, they will get the win. Nottingham Forest are on a bit of a dip at the moment. They are, I think they're starting to fall back into their shell. To be honest, they're starting to fall back into the shell of they're starting to fall back into the shell of what they were before, and they will lose this one. I think Manchester United will come out at home after that game against Arsenal, and they will lose 2-1. I think Manchester United, I think they'll just have a little bit too much quality for Nottingham Forest, and they will get the win here, 2-1. Next up, we do have Fulham versus Arsenal, and Fulham have just got a win against Brighton. They're currently 6th in the table, and Arsenal just came off a win against Manchester United, and they won 2-0, basically off 2 set pieces from Saliba and Timber. But I think this one will be very close, and I think this one will be a draw. I think Fulham, they'll go with a bit more confidence. Will Fulham? I think they'll play with a little bit more confidence and give Arsenal a good game, and I think that it will be a 1-1 draw. I think Arsenal will struggle in this one, and I think that Fulham will be confident. Be confident going into this game, because you want to beat Arsenal off confidence, not really off hope and just basically just hope. And I think this one will be a 2-2 draw. I think it'll be close, and also I think it will be a good affair between the two London clubs. Next up, we do have Leicester City taking on Brighton, and both teams, I know Brighton came off a loss, and Leicester came off a win with Ruben Nistelrooy as the manager. And I think Ruben Nistelrooy is going to get another win here. I think Brighton, they're low on confidence. I know they're still 5th in the table, and Leicester are still 15th, 16th, but I think Ruben Nistelrooy might be turning a corner with with Leicester, sorry. They might be turning a corner, and I think that they will get a draw here. I think it might be a 2-2 draw. I think it'll be exciting. Ruben Nistelrooy, he likes to play that sort of way, make the game exciting, get a lot of goals, get a lot of good play going in, and I think that it will be a 2-2 draw. Next up, we have Ipswich Town versus Bournemouth. Ipswich, they came off a loss last week against Crystal Palace, and Bournemouth came off a win against Tottenham. Big win for them. Ipswich, I think they are kind of in struggle street, let's be honest. They are just not been playing as well recently. And I think that they will draw against Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth, although Bournemouth are looking really good, especially against Spurs, I think this one will be a draw because I think away from home, Bournemouth have been very mediocre. I think they've only got a couple of wins away from home. But I think that they will win. They will draw this, sorry. What did I say, win? I think they will draw this and give a point to each side, obviously. And I think this one will be a 2-2 draw. Next up, we do have probably the biggest game of the round and the game that I will be streaming on the channel. Tottenham taking on Chelsea, and I think this is going to be a massive game. Tottenham inconsistent. You know, they've lost to Ipswich in the Premier League earlier on this season, but then I think the game after that, they beat Man City. So they beat Man City 4-0. So it's gonna be an interesting affair. Chelsea are currently second in the ladder with 8 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses, and Tottenham are currently 10th on the ladder with 6 wins, 2 draws, and 6 losses. I think this could be an absolute brilliant game, but I think with Chelsea's quality at the moment, they're just breezing past teams like Southampton with making pretty much a full 11 change. They're breezing past teams. I know Southampton did go down to 10 men, but to win 5-1 away from home with 7 changes, that says something. But I think Chelsea will go on and win this game. I think we'll win 3-1. I think hopefully we do. It'd be massive if we could, because we haven't got a big scalp as of yet, and yeah, it'd be unreal if we could get Tottenham as a scalp. And I think it'd be massive confidence for Enzo Maresca, and Ange Postecoglou will be in big trouble. Next up, we do have West Ham versus Wolves to wrap up the round, and I think this has been classed as the El Sacico match, and yeah, it is. It's gonna be a tasty affair. West Ham at home. I think they should be able to win at home, but you don't know. Wolves with Cunha could potentially get the win here, but I think this one will be a 0 draw. I think we'll have absolutely no entertainment, and I'm saying one manager gets sacked, and I think it will be Lopetegui. Out of the 2 managers, I think with the squad he's been an absolute disappointment for West Ham, and I think this one will be a 0 draw, no entertainment, absolutely stuff all entertainment, and I think Lopetegui will be the one that gets sacked, and I think Gary O'Neill will stay on for another game, but I think that is it'll be a 0 draw. So that's it. Sorry, there's no FPL this week. It's basically the same team. If you don't remember the team as the last couple of weeks, that's just unlucky. Thank you all for watching. I hope you'll enjoy the video. Be sure to like and subscribe in the chat or whatever, in the comments. Even comment down below some of your predictions. And I will see you in the next one.